Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion Morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Hopefully, you have the day off today to celebrate. Hopefully, you've had an excellent weekend, whatever's going on, even if you do have to work today. And thank you for those of you who do have to work today, since many of us do not, including myself. I do not have to work today. I could have. I could have. I didn't today. I'll tell you why in just a moment. But very happy. Hopefully, you are celebrating on this Memorial Day and throughout this whole entire Memorial Day weekend. Good morning, Marianne. Good to see you with us this morning. Happy to have you along. Hope you're having a great weekend as well. Now, before we get into what's happening today, need to touch on this yesterday because boy, did I feel like a dummy yesterday, right after I got off the air. So I talked all about yesterday about how it was National Geek Day and how in this day in Disney history, that Star Wars Solo, a Star Wars story came out, debuted in theaters on that day, and completely skipped my mind until right after I got off the air. And I nearly came back on because I was so disappointed in myself. But yesterday was also the day that Star Wars A New Hope, the one that started it all, debuted. And boy, did I feel like a dummy. And yes, Michelle officially revoked my geek card, my nerd card, for a little bit, postponed it, and I deserve it. Boy, what a dummy I was yesterday. But anyway, I can't believe it, especially because I knew that, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. We had actually just watched it the day before, so even more so. Very, very funny. But yeah, proof as always, yes, I am an idiot. Anyway, let's move on to what's going on today. Well, of course, today is Memorial Day. Hopefully you're getting a chance to celebrate with your family, with your friends, but also please, please, please take a moment to remember what this holiday is all about and just take a pause and reflect on those people that paid the ultimate price, that paid the ultimate sacrifice, to know that, to make sure we can do fun things like I can come on this show and we can have our cookouts, our grills, our barbecues, our fun with our family, with our friends on this day. Please, please, please take that moment today. And then, of course, have your enjoyment because that's what it's all about, and have some good times and have some fun on this day. Marianne, you would have never known. Well, I wanted to share. I decided not to say anything yesterday, but I wanted to share. Something I want to share today is it is Michelle's birthday today. Happy birthday to my wife, my co-host, my best friend, my sweetheart, of course, my companion in Disney shenanigans. Michelle's birthday today. So if you get a chance, please say, wish her a happy birthday. We'll be celebrating. We've been celebrating all weekend, I'll be honest with you, but we'll be celebrating with a few fun things today as well. So Michelle's birthday today on May 26th. So happy birthday, sweetheart. Happy birthday, Michelle. And it's also appropriate because today is World Redhead Day. Michelle obviously is a redhead. Marianne says happy birthday. Lots of love from the Bell family. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I'll be sure. I'm not sure if she's going to see this morning, but I will definitely pass on your sentiments, Marianne. Yeah, it's World Redhead Day. The redheads in your life, please celebrate them. But Michelle is a redhead, so obviously celebrate her every day, but we'll celebrate her even doubly today for all those things, for sure. One more thing before I move on to what else is going on today. Yesterday, we received the news that the live-action Lilo and Stitch is doing pretty darn well at the box office. As a matter of fact, it's being reported that it will be the biggest ever Memorial Day domestic opening for any film ever. Apparently, as of yesterday, it had already made $145.5 million over this weekend, and it's projected to finish out through today with $183 million. That's just domestically. Globally, it's going to be about $340 million. An incredible opening for Lilo and Stitch. We have not seen it yet, but we've heard nothing but good things. People seem to love this film very much, and can't wait to see it. I think we're going to try and make it out sometime this week to go see it. Just heard fantastic, wonderful things about Lilo and Stitch, and just very excited for that. And of course, Stitch is such a huge character for Disney. I mean, even before this, between the original film and this, it is always a fan favorite, and merchandise is very, very popular. And then Disney just nailed the marketing for this film, and now it's just doing super well at the box office, on its way to make over $1 billion, and no doubt about that. If it's already clearing 340 million in the very first 4 days it's been out, it's going to definitely clear $1 billion at some point. So that's very exciting and good news for the Walt Disney Company, for sure. For sure. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, yesterday was Family Fun Day, but that doesn't mean you can't continue it on to today and maybe making a paper airplane, because today is Paper Airplane Day. So get with your family together and fold up those pieces of paper and try and make the best airplane. Maybe have some fun seeing who can throw it the farthest, who can stay up and elevated for the longest, whatever it might be, whatever one looks the best. You can do however you want to do it, but paper airplanes are total fun. Used to make paper airplanes all the time. I haven't made one in a while, but I'm thinking maybe I need to go do that again. Maybe today. Today is National Paper Airplane Day for sure. It is also, yesterday was National Wine Day. Well, and today is the day to celebrate the things that wine comes from. Today is National Grape Day, and I do love some grapes. I love grapes. We had grapes yesterday. We had a little snack. Michelle and I sat down with a little cheese, little crackers, we had some slices of apple with that, and we did have grapes with that. We do love grapes very much. One of our favorite things, we almost always have grapes around in the house because we do love them dearly. And it's been a bit hot. So if you want to get a little grape on and cool off a little bit, well, today is also National Grape Popsicle Day today. So get out and enjoy a nice, refreshing grape popsicle. Looking for some more family fun? You can make your own grape popsicles if you have, you can do it in some ice trays if you have that in the house, or you can do it, you can actually make popsicle making kits. And yes, you can do it as simply as just, getting some grape juice together and putting it in there and freezing it. Very, very easy, but family fun, and you can have everybody enjoy that. So yeah, enjoy a great popsicle today, or grapes, or whatever is, up to your fancy. This is something that's up to my fancy. How about it is National Blueberry Cheesecake Day? And absolutely, cheesecake, it can be topped with virtually anything. And I'm probably on board for a cheesecake with something. But yeah, blueberries, love blueberries. Blueberries on top of a cheesecake, sure, absolutely. You can put that kind of that compote on top of it. Use it that way. You can also, if you want to, when you bake it, bake blueberries right into it. Some people will even puree the blueberries and put that to get even more expanded blueberry flavor. There are no wrong answers here. Just make sure you enjoy it. Have a good blueberry cheesecake on this day. Hey, if it's your birthday today, well, you celebrate with Michelle, so that's pretty darn good. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Michelle. Here are some of the other amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about great classic standard singer Peggy Lee? She would have been 105 today, born on this day in 1920. She played with the Benny Goodman Band for many, many years. Marianne, going back to the cheesecake. Lemon blueberry cheesecake is my favorite. Yum. That sounds pretty good, Marianne. I think I want some of that. I want some of that right now. Back to Peggy Lee. Yeah, she played with Benny Goodman and his band for many, many years back in the day. Released a lot of amazing songs, including Is That All There Is and Fever. You know some of her songs. But for Disney, you may know her as well because she played in The Lady and the Tramp. As a matter of fact, she played many characters. She was the voice of many characters in the original animated Lady and the Tramp, including she was the voice of Darling. Yes, the main human character in it, or the main female human character in it. She was the dog Peg in it as well. And she was also the voice of the Siamese cats. So yeah, she has Disney ties. Unfortunately, we lost her back in 2002, but what an amazing career she had. How about Stevie Nicks? Talk about an amazing career in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice. One for being a member of Fleetwood Mac, once for her solo career. She's an amazing singer, one of my favorites. She turned 77 today, born on this date in 1948. Just think about all the great songs. She has 8 Grammys, Landslide, Rhiannon, solo career, Edge of 17, Stand Back, all these great, great songs. Love Stevie Nicks. She is fantastic. How about somebody who broke the glass ceiling literally by becoming the first female astronaut from the United States, Sally Ride. She would have been 74 today, born on this day in 1951. Unfortunately, we lost her back in 2012, but she joined NASA in 1978. Again, became the first uh, American woman in space in 1983. In all, she had 2 missions aboard the space shuttle. But yeah, again, became the first and literally broke the glass ceiling by going up into space as the first American female to do so. Yeah, amazing. How about Lenny Kravitz? Lenny Kravitz, great performer, great rock artist. He turns 61 today, born on this day in 1964. Many of his songs, Are You Gonna Go My Way? Let Love Rule, Fly Away. He's won Grammys. He's also pretty good actor. He's been in a lot of things, including he played the stylist Cinna in the Hunger Games franchise. He's one of Michelle's favorites. Like, there's spoiler alert to Hunger Games, the second one. There's a scene where, unfortunately, he doesn't quite survive it, and Michelle won't watch it because she really likes Cinna a lot. She's like, I'm going to leave the room until this scene is over, or she'll fast forward through it, or whatever she's got to do. We love the Hunger Games, but hurts us when Cinna passed away. But anyway, Lenny Kravitz, happy birthday to him. Somebody else with Disney ties, Helena Bonham Carter. She turns 59 today, born on this day in 1966. She was in Corpse Bride. She was in, she was in the Alice in Wonderland movies. She played the Queen of Hearts. She's tied deeply with Tim Burton. Tim Burton films, she's in a lot of them, including Big Fish and the ones I just mentioned, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. She's also received a lot of accolades and nominations for movies like The King's Speech, Room with a View, and of course, for you Harry Potter fans, she's Bellatrix Lestrange, and she's amazing as a bad guy or a bad person in that. Anyways, she turns 59 today, born on this day in 1966, and the singer-songwriter who created one of the greatest rap hip-hop albums of all time, Lauryn Hill. She turned 50 today, born on this day in 1975. That album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, became the first recording by a female rapper to reach diamond status, and deservedly so. Amazing album. Again, one of the best hip-hop rap albums of all time. Lauryn Hill, happy birthday to her. And again, if it's your birthday, a happy birthday to you. You celebrate with all of them and Michelle. Not bad. Not bad. Shameless self-promotion time before we get out of here. We did have a new episode drop yesterday, and it is a Memorial Day episode. And so we decided to remember some of our favorite Disney villains. Villains are making, well, they've always been a big thing out at the parks and for Disney fans, but they're especially making inroads now when you talk about a new show that is debuting at Disney's Hollywood Studios this week, Villains Unfairly Ever After. Of course, they've already had the Villains Lair at the Top of the World Lounge at Bay Lake Towers. That's been open for a couple of years now. And of course, the big announcement that there is going to be a brand new Villains Land coming to Magic Kingdom at some point in the very near future. Well, in the future, I'll say that, out at Walt Disney World. So villains are a big thing. We kind of go through it and remember the villains and talk about how they started way back in the early days and how they've kind of evolved over the years. We discuss some of our favorites, reasons why people love Disney villains, so forth. Hopefully you'll check out that episode. It had dropped yesterday afternoon, so it's out there now if you like to enjoy it on your Memorial Day or whenever you want later in the week. And hopefully we will have a video version of that episode coming out later. I say hopefully because I think it stayed intact. But while we were doing this show, there was a thunderstorm going on. And at one point, our power glitched a little bit. I think we made it through okay that episode can air on video, but we had to stop down okay, I'm going to save everything because I don't want to lose everything here in case the power really goes out for a while. But yeah, we had an interesting little rumble through. Maybe when you listen to the podcast version of that episode, you'll be able to hear some of the thunder rolling through our neighborhood during that time. Anyway, hopefully you'll check that out at some point. I don't expect you to check out the episodes on Memorial Day weekend. Spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, but maybe during the week, hopefully you'll get to enjoy that episode. So yes, and thanks to everybody who's already downloaded and listened to it. Appreciate you and appreciate whenever you listen to these episodes. All right, Gonna get out of here. Everybody have an amazing day, no matter what you got planned. We're having birthday celebrations for Michelle all day, starting in a little bit. About to make some Mickey waffles for her for breakfast with some mimosas. Going to be grilling up a nice steak for her later in the day. So a lot of fun going on all day long here at our household. But no matter what you have going on, again, friends, family, whatever it is, if you're just taking some time and using some me time, doesn't matter. Enjoy it. Enjoy the heck out of it. And please, again, take a moment to remember why we celebrate this holiday. Remember those people. Maybe there's some people that you know from your family, from your friends that had to pay the ultimate sacrifice, which is why we have this day. So please, please, please take that moment. But let's go ahead and move on. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning, normal time, 6:30 a.m. to, of course, share some kindness with you as you should. Share some smiles and, of course, keep on sharing that positivity. Please do that on this day. Please do that every day going forward. And I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m.-ish to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody, please, please, please have a magical Memorial Day. See you tomorrow.